our today's event, and the first session is about the sales data analysis, and we are going to do a business case study for the company is called Mulpa Corporation. And myself, Rohit Prasad, so I am your speaker for this particular session. You know me very well, but let me introduce once again from my side. So I am doing my master thesis from Siemens Energy, Germany. Already have MBA and Bachelor's of Engineering. I'm currently a Tableau student ambassador. Uh, I'm a Tableau desktop specialist, certified, as well as SAP and S/4HANA certified. And definitely we will connect on LinkedIn. This session is recording, so you don't have to worry about it. So we will provide all the recorded sessions after these events. So welcome again from my side and on behalf of the entire Tableau Academy program. So that's my introduction, but I would really like to know about yourself. So please write on the chat box from which country or which city you belongs to. Abhilash from India, Saket, Kolkata, very cool. Josh, Austin, Texas, super. Amy, USA, North Carolina. Pranavi, India, Vadodara, super. Abhilash, Bangalore, India. Cool. Gladens, Lagos, Nigeria, super.
That's impressive, man. We've got a pretty diverse audience.
Yes, I am very happy that people from across the globe are here for this particular session. Thank you once again, guys. So let's move further on. So I have a very small and very sweet and very fun challenge for you. All right. So first question is for you. So what's the name of this movie? Can you tell me in the chat box? Yeah, that's correct. It's an Iron Man. Super cool. And you can see that the Iron Man that character has been conducted by Mr. Robert Downey Jr., very famous actor of Hollywood. He is looking some visualization, some graphs, some numbers over here for the executive decisions. All right, let's go for the next question. What is the name of this movie? That's right, Avatar. Super cool. Yeah. So you can see that this character, Mr. Sam Warrington, and this guy who is in a military suit, he's looking some geographical visualization for taking some kind of decision how to go and capture those people, the citizen of Pandora. Super cool, guys. Okay, next question. Any name of the movie? Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible. Maybe I can give you a small hint. And that's Minority Report. So it's a very famous movie directed by Steven Spielberg. It's one of my favorite movie. And you can see that the guy, I think it's Mr. Tom Cruise. Yeah, it's Tom Cruise, is looking some visualizations, and he's doing some thoughts, some decision-making stuffs in his mind to take care of the crime which is going to happen. So the movie is basically based upon the predictive analytics. So you see, guys, like how the visualizations and the statistics, it's so important in our day-to-day life, even though it's a movie which is like fictitious, but it's still, I mean, like we can understand how this mathematical graphical figures, it's so much important to take executive decisions in our day-to-day lives also. All right, so let's talk something on ground reality. So as per the McKinsey report, by the 2023, globally, there is a requirement of 700,000 additional tech specialists. And out of that, you can see on the left-hand side on the horizontal bar that complex data analysis required 455,000 people. So it's a huge number. So you can understand what's how much the data analytics is required excuse me, in our corporate world. And on the right hand side, you can see some LinkedIn posting like how much business intelligence analysis required, which is like 6,000 plus jobs in India, and below that it's more than 3,000 plus jobs in Germany, and more than 4,000 jobs in Singapore by Indeed. So it's photos from Google search engine. All right. So even I would like to share with you one of the global think tank and one of the greatest online educator Coursera's report. If you see the country like Germany, it stands number 8 based on the data science skills. Now you can see the figures for the data analysis, it is like a 59%, which shows that it is very much competitive. And even though if you see the data visualization, it's 79%, which is near close to the cutting edge way. So what's the main reason? The main reason they are continuously working on developing the skills as well as the training regarding the data science roles. So that's one of the basic reasons. And if you compare the country like India, we still are lagging too much. So if you see, and it's number 66 based on the data science skills. And if you see the data science portion over here, it's just 25%, which is typically lagging. And even though we can see the data visualization, it's 38%. So we really need more practical trainings regarding the tools and technology. Specifically in our case, we are using the Tableau. So yeah, so that requires more kind of trainings and like making some demo projects to understand how the visualization would work, and through that we can understand how the data analysis is going to happen. And that's one of the reasons why the Tableau partnered with the All India Council for the Technical Education to empower the educator in the terms of like trainers or professors or teachers, as well as the students for over more than 10,000 higher education system across the India to work upon the data skills, because data analytics is the hot skill at this point of time. All right, that's all from the ground reality. Let's start the case study. So that's your profile. So you're recently joined Accenture as a junior analyst. On your first day, you need to report Mr. Daniel Brinkman, who is a supervisor as well as the business performance manager. Mr. Brinkman has 27 years of business consulting experiences over the multiple industry. During the meeting, Mr. Brinkman, you got to know other colleagues who are designated as data analysts, data analyst. After a brief introduction to all the team members, you got to introduce the tools. So specifically Tableau BI suite. So they are using Tableau Prep for data wrangling, Tableau Desktop for the analysis, Tableau Online for sharing those analysis to the other business people, to the other stakeholders, and as well as the ongoing projects. So out of that, Mr. Brinkman assigned you to project based upon your analytical skills. This project belongs to the client Mulfa Corporation, which is a global retail-based company worldwide. You have a meeting tomorrow on the client location, and this will be a very first meeting between Accenture and Mulfa Corporation. Mr. Brinkman will also go with you because having a great expertise for handling the high value clients like Mulfa Corporation. The presence of Mr. Brinkman will definitely help you to solidify the consultation procedure. So you, along with Mr. Brinkman, have a meeting with Mr. Oswald Schoenbach, who is a country head sales department of Mulfa Corporation. Mr. Schoenbach explains that they are using Microsoft Office, specifically Microsoft Excel, for their sales analysis. They are experiencing that the Excel has many limitations regarding the multi-analytical features due to much manual work, along with the lack of interactive dashboard interface. That's called GUI. At the initial stage, he would like to see a demonstration. Yes. Rupesh, can you take care of the mute section regarding the audience?
Yeah, it's already muted.
All right. So he would like to see a demonstration about Accenture, how the Accenture will help them to create an interactive visualization to solve the sales analysis problems with the help of Tableau software. For the demonstration, Mr. Schoenberg gives you a data set, which is a historical 4 years global sales order data set from 2016 till 2019 to see and understand that how the Tableau will help for their sales analysis. So yes, I hope that you already give the link of the data set to the audience. Please confirm.
Yeah, I think I've provided in all the RSVPs as well as all the reminders. And also, if for those who have not been able to download, I have just provided them in the chat box as well. So you can just scroll up, or I'll just copy it again. And yeah.
Okay, so as I go further along, you guys please go to the link and download the data set as fast as you can, because this session is a bit extensive. So I don't want that you guys will be get tired. All right.
So
Okay,
the first session that Rohit is delivering, that will be using the global superstore data. I've also mentioned that on the chat box. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Yash, for your kind help. All right, so moving forward, so we can see the case study. So Mr. Schoenberg wants to see region and category based the following. All right, so what's point number one? So the first is overall sales seasonality. Second thing, he wants to see the sales and profit for every country. Third one, sales and profit per category and subcategory. And the fourth one is average profit and discount per category. So first of all, let's look the data set first in our Excel sheet. So I have already downloaded a data sheet, and this is my data set. So I can see the columns which has categories, cities, countries, customers, market, order date, order IDs, and it's a very extensive data set. And on the right side, we can see some numbers like discount, profit, quantity, sales, and shipping costs. So that's your data set. So I close it for now, and let's start the workshop flow. So we have the downloading data set. Next step, we will go to integrate the data set to the Tableau desktop, and then we do the data analysis as per the question given by Mr. Schoenberg, and then we create a desktop. We will create a dashboard, which is our second last stage, and the final stage we deploy that dashboard to the Tableau online. So specifically in our case, we are using the Tableau public, which is free to everyone. All right, so the first step is download the data set. So I have already the data set in my local system. And now I will go for data set integration to Tableau. So I already opened my Tableau already. So I can see the connect option over here. And I know that my data set is a Microsoft Excel. I simply click over here to the Microsoft Excel, and window will pop up. It asks me, where is your data set? So I go to the desktop, and this is my data set, Global Superstore dash Rohit Prasad. So I open it. And this is the first interface, which you all guys will see. So I will explain you in a very consistent way. So if you see on the left-hand side, you see the connection. So this is my connected data set, which is Microsoft Excel, and it has the worksheet, which is called order dates, which is automatically get over here for the connection pane. And on the upper right-hand side, we can see the connection. So Mr. Rupesh explained you yesterday. So we have two kinds of connection. First is a live connection, and second one is extract connection. So at this point, we have a live connection. That means if I do any change in my data set, which is Excel, and then save it, and if I click over here, a tab which is called refresh data, it will change accordingly in my data set, which is being uploaded in the Tableau desktop. All right, so we can see the columns over here, category, cities, which I have already shown you. And above that, you can see the data type also. So category is like a string data type. So you can see ABC.
Rohit, we have a question.
Sure.
So Abhilash wants to know, he can't see the connection.
you cannot see the connections.
Mhm.
So I go back, and you can, when you open your Tableau, so you can see the connection over here. And you just click on the Excel sheet.
Abhilash, you can unmute yourself and ask the question if you're not.
Ask the question, please. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I cannot see that live on extract, the option to select. I cannot see that option.
Did you connect it with your Microsoft Excel dataset?
Yeah, I've done the connection.
Now, can you see the connection over here?
That I'm not able to see that.
Abhilash, just to make sure, did you drag the worksheet? Because when there are multiple worksheets in your Tableau, multiple sheets in your Tableau, so you have to drag one sheet inside this where you can see the space need more data. You can drag one table into that, and then only you can see this option.
There's only one table, I guess. No, there's more than one table.
Yeah. In this one, there is only one table where, like, if you're connecting to a data which has multiple tables, it doesn't automatically drag it into the, just in this, it's happened like it has dragged in orders data within that. So it doesn't happen like that when there are multiple sheets in your data file.
For me, where that at the right hand side corner, uppermost corner, it is showing filter option over there.
Yeah, that's the extract filters.
Beside that, I don't have this connection tab.
So have you okay?
Can I share my screen?
Maybe towards the end, Abhilash. Let's Rohit get done with the presentation. Within the break, we can take up the question, right?
Yeah, Abhilash. There's a 5 minutes break, so we will take your question over there.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we can see down below we have like sheets. So Tableau is saying to me that go to the worksheet. So I simply click over here. So I can see my worksheet over here. I can see all my columns on the left hand side, and this is my data pane. All right, guys. So this is the place where the magic begins. So let's start the magic with our first question. So our first question. Okay, we already integrated data set to the Tableau desktop. So now that's the second step. So the third step is perform the data analysis. So the first question is, Schoenberg wants to see overall sales seasonality. So when it comes to seasonality, means something related to time. So what we can do over here, we can see there is one column is called order date. I just drag it to the rows. So I can see the years from 2016 to 2019. So this is my visual pane. And this is, you can put the columns to the rows as well as the columns over here. So this looks like a pill. So you can say that it's a discrete pill, or it's a measure pill, what I want to say. So in my case, I just say simply the name of the columns over here. All right. So what next? The next is the sales. So I drag the sales to the column and see what will happen. Okay, so I got some kind of like visualization in which I can see the time is on a y-axis and the sales on an x-axis. So basically and conventionally, we have sales on y-axis and any timeline is on the x-axis. How can we do it? So there is a ribbon over here, and Mr. Yash yesterday explained. So there is one option here that is called swap rows and columns. I simply click on it and it transforms rows to columns. You can see my year is on the columns and sales on the rows. That's super amazing. Now I want to do one thing. I want to increase this size of the visualization. So what can I do? I will go for the entire view and it's over here and click over here. So my visualization got expanded. That's super cool. But I can see this sales analysis on the yearly basis, which doesn't make any sense to me because I really want to go a little bit deep to the month wise. So what can I do? I convert this year to months. How can I do that? So I can see a drop down over here. I simply click over here and I can see multiple options. Below there is some options regarding the timelines in the form of years, quarter, months, days. and more. So you can choose weekdays and week numbers. So I'm interested for the month. So I select this one, and I can see the cumulative of the sales for every year with respect to all the 12 months. Now I want to see this for individual years. How can I do that? So the thing is very simple. I can drag the order date once again and put that on colors marks. I release my cursor, and you can see all the 4-year sales with respect to month wise for in different colors. So you can see the legends over here. So you can see the sales seasonality. So overall it's growing, but if you see specifically in the July, there is always a decrement over here cumulatively. So that's one of the things we can depict from this visualization. Now it's time to do a little bit formatting. I don't want this order date to be here. So what can I do? I put my cursor over here. So it has been highlighted a little bit darker. I do a right click and select the last option, that is hide field labels for columns. And it's gone. Super cool. Next, I don't want this background horizontal green lines. So how can I remove it? So I put my cursor in the visual pane, to the right click, and there is an option called format. I click on it. A format, multiple format option would be there. So as this belongs to the line, I can see font, alignment, shading, borders, and lines. Okay, I want to go into lines. And for the entire sheet, I don't want any lines over here. So I simply click on none, and it got removed. All right. Now, on the x-axis, I don't want this long words. So I want to make it short. How can I perform that? So I put my cursor anywhere in the month, do the right click, go to the formatting, and then I can see the default dates over here, which is completely full letter January. So I go for the further option as a drill down, and I can select abbreviation. And you can see January becomes Jan, February becomes Feb, March becomes more, and so on. Now I want to make the sales. So I want to put some currency over here. So I assume that the sales is in dollars. So I put my cursor over here, do the right click, go for the formatting, and do the right click once again and go to the edit axis. A window will pop up, and a little bit below you can see axis title. I just write it over here, sales, dollars, and you can see it's been updated over here. And you don't have to do anything, just simply cross it, and it's done. All right. And our first objective is clear. So I save the name of this sheet. And once I save the name of the sheet, it will update the sheet one, which is written over here, exactly the same name. And I will show you how. So I double click over here, and I just write overall month-wise sale seasonal. And when I hit enter, you can see the title of this worksheet is also get changed. And I don't click save at this point of time. So that's the answer of our first question. So I jump to the slides once again. And the next point is sales and profit for every country. Super. So I open a new sheet. And this time I want to show the sales and the profit country-wise. So this time I would like to use a geographical map. So how can I use it? So I can see over here the countries here, and I can see it has been like geodata. The data type is. I will simply drag this country on the visual pane. Voila. Now I can see a global map, and you can see over here some dots. So anybody can tell me what's that dot basically means over here in the chat box? Yeah, that's the country name, but why it is showing in that way? What does it mean? I mean, like, these dots are placed on the region or the country. What it does it mean with respect to the data? We haven't put sales over here.
It's the middle point,
It's not, we cannot say that it's a middle point. So, okay, so I tell you the answer. The exact answer at that these countries are present in our data sets. That's a simple answer. That's a very simple answer.
it's
Okay.
identified location, sir.
Identify the location is something you can say with respect to the lat long perspective, but the question was something like, the question was I asked is like, why there is a dot on these countries. So that dot shows that these countries are available on the data set. All right, moving further on. So what next? So we need to show the sales as well as the profit. So this time I use the bubble chart and I put sales on the size. So I increase the size just to make it more visible. Little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. It's too much. All right. So you can see there are different sizes of bubbles. That shows that bigger the bubbles, bigger the sales, smaller the bubbles, smaller the sales. And then I need to show profit. So this time I want to show the profit in terms of colors. So I take the profit and put on the colors. All right. So I can see the legends over here regarding the profit, and I want to change the color. So I go to edit colors, and the bad is red. That's cool. And for the good, I want to put it green. So I simply click on this color point, which is blue. The window will pop up, and I select green, something, no, yeah, this one. And I hit OK. And then again, I hit OK. And you can see the color has been changed. Perfect. Now what? Now I want to do some formatting. So I can see that it looks very much faded. So I want to do a little bit formatting regarding the maps. So on the upper ribbon, there is a map. So I click over here, and then I go to the background layer, which is the second last option. And over here, I can see the first of my style, which is called very light. So I want a little bit amazing. So I click on dark. Let's see what will happen. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I just make the washout a little bit more so that it won't be too much darker. Okay, this much is okay. Now it looks pretty much very beautifully with a very dark background. Now I want to put countries in the visualization. So I put the countries once again on the labels and release it. I can see the countries. I want to do now a little bit formatting regarding this bubble. So I again go to the colors, and I can see below there's an effect. So let's talk about the border. So I want to make it a little bit white. And once again, I go again, and let's go to hello. Let's see what will happen. So what if I make it white? Uh-oh, it's not good. Yep. Okay, let's make it, sorry. Let's make that hello black color. Yeah, much presentable. And now there is maybe chances that there are some small bubbles which is behind the big bubble. So, but we really want to show those small bubbles also. How can we do that? So first we can do one thing. We can make the countries in a ascending order in terms of sales, because these bubbles belongs to the sales. So how can I do? So I go to the country and there's an option, it's called sort. So a window will pop up, it asking sort by. So I want to do sorting by field. And so what's the field? So the field is sales and the aggregation is sum. And I want to make it in ascending order. I hit and enter. Okay, it's already done. So I close it up. Yeah. And that's the solution of our second question. So I just rename it this sheet once again. So I double click on the sheet number 2 and it's right. Sales versus
Abhilash has raised a hand. So she can.
profit. Yes, Abhilash.
Sir, in this case, it is quite difficult to understand the country in the region wise, because region wise performing the countries. So my question was, can't we put the country and the region in a parameter so that we can see in that bar graph or a time graph only and a line scale only, we can do that, how the country is performing.
Yeah, that's a very good
Can-
point. In the dashboard, we will put a universal filter called region, which will filter out the unwanted countries, and we can see a specific country's performance based on sales and profits. I hope that's the answer of your question.
Okay.
All right then. Okay, let's go back to the slide once again. So we solved our second problem. Let's go to the third one. And that the third one is sales and profit per category and subcategory. Let's go back to the Tableau desktop once again. All right. So I once again open a new worksheet. And this time I would like to show the visualization in terms of statistical figure, and that to horizontal bar chart. So first of all, I take the category on the rows. So I can see the category. We have furniture, office supply, and technologies. Pretty cool. And then I will go for the subcategories and put right to the categories. So I can see in subcategories for the furniture, we have books, chairs, furniture, tables. For office supply, appliance, arts, binder, envelope. Excuse me. And for the technology, we have accessories, copiers, machine, and phones. Let's make it a bit bigger. So I increase the size to entire view of my visualization. Super cool. And then I will show the sales in terms of horizontal bar chart. So I put the sales and put on the columns. So now you can see the horizontal bar charts in the terms of category, subcategory, and sales. Now I put the profit in the form of color once again for this visualization also. And I can see the legend of profit. I can edit the color once again. So red is bad and the good one is here is blue, but I wanted green. So I can click over there on the blue part and I once again select the green, hit OK, and one more time OK. So I can see over here the visualizations of sales versus profit for category and subcategory. But now I want to do some kind of formatting. So I can see that these bars are not aligned. So I want to make it descending order with respect to subcategory. So how can I do that? Well, the answer is very simple. You can go to the upper ribbon and you can see this option sorted descending by sum of sales within subcategory. So I click over here and voila, my sales has been arranged in a very decreasing order with respect to the subcategories. Now I want to do a little bit formatting. So I want to make sales in edited as a sales with dollars. So do a right click, go to edit axis. I can see axis title. I just formatted it up as sales in dollars. And I can see the change over here. I don't have to do anything, simply close it. All right, then what next? The next is I don't want this vertical grid line. So how can I remove it? I simply click on the visual pane, do the right click, go to the formatting. Again, I see the format fonts is there. I go to the lines, and on the sheet level, I select none, and it's gone. Super amazing. I close the formatting line, and then I just align this subcategory, which is not completely visible, by a little bit dragging to the right side. Yeah, now it looks perfect. Super. And that's the answer of our third question, that is sales versus profit with respect to subcategory and category. So I just rename this sheet once again. Sales versus profit category and sub category. Hit the enter, and you can see my title once again got. Let's go back to the slides once again. Now the last one. What is the average profit versus discount per category? So let's go back to our Tableau, open a new worksheet. I take profit on the rows shelf, and discount on the column shelf. I can see one dot, so it looks like it's going to happen a scatter plot. First of all, I increase the size, hit the entire view. I want to make it distributed with respect to the category. So I drag the category and put that on shapes. Now let's see what will happen. So we have three shapes: furniture, office supply, and category. But that is a cumulative one. So I want to make it average discount for individual order ID. So first thing I will do, I will go over here discount, and I will make it average. So I'll click on the drop down. I click on the drop down, go a little bit down. I can see measure as a sum, but I want it average. So I select on average. And then I take further drill down on the row level ID. So the order ID based. So I take this order ID and put that on the details. Now we on the row ID based, which is total 35,000 something records, it has been distributed on the base of category, furniture, office supply, and technology for average discount and overall profit. Now I want to do a little bit analytics over here. So what can I do? I want to make an average line for both profit and average discount. So how can I do that? So on the right hand side of the data pane, we have analytics pane. So I simply click over here, and I can see the second section, which is called model. I can see the first option, average line. So I simply drag over here, a small window will pop up, and I want to do this averaging for discount. So I put it over here on the tables. So what will happen? It will do the averaging for the entire data set, which is visible over here for the entire visualization. So you can see one line has appeared. Let's go for editing. So I do the right click and click on the edit. A window will pop up. So over this line, this is the average discount, which is an average based, and I want to label it on the base of custom. and one blank will open. I just write anything, whatever I want. So I just write AVG discount space, and there's an arrow mark. I click over here and I want this value over here. So if you simply click over value, I can see the value over here. And below that, I just want only line. So you can see I just wrote whatever I wrote over here, it's visible. So, okay, sorry, it's just a misspelling. Discount. All right. And I want this line as a dash line. So I click over here, the option, and click on this third option over here and make it thick, and hit OK and click on the visual pane. I can see over here dash line, but I'm not convinced. So I go back once again, edit. I click on the second option, make it a little black. And yeah, now it looks cool. And I will do this. Okay, Abhilash raised the hand. Yeah, Abhilash, please ask the question.
Before we are doing average discounting, the categories wise, it has to be divided into categories, no? Because here, when we take average discount, it will be telling with respect to all the three categories. It is not
Yes.
differentiating between any of the categories.
Yes, Abhilash, we are trying to solve the overall averaging of the categories.
Overall, okay.
But in that case, there is a one feature I would like to share you. So have some patience and enjoy the visualizations, I would say. Okay, and I would like to do the same thing for the profit also. So again, I go back to the analytics pane, go to the average, drag to the average for the entire data set, which is visible over here. And this time I would like to go for the sum. So I drag it, my average pop up over here and release it so I can see the line across the sum, across the profit. So I do the same thing over here, go to the edit button. I want to do computation, label as a custom, and I just write AVG profit dollar. Where is dollar? Yeah, dollar, and I want the value. I don't want any extra line. I just want only line. I want to make this line with the second option, make it thick and black, hit OK, and it's done. Now, I want to do a little bit of formatting. So I don't want this crisscross grid line. So again, I put my cursor over here in the visual pane, to the right click, go to formatting. Again, go to the lines, and on the sheet level, I don't want this grid line. So I click on none, and it has disappeared. Cool. Now I want to put this average is overlapping with our visualization. So I want to make it on the right hand side and make it more darker. So what can I do? So I put my cursor over there, do the right click. This time I will go for formatting. I want to make this font size a little bit thick and a little more black. And I want to align this to the right hand side. And it's done. And for the discount, average discount, I would like to do the same thing. So I will go for formatting. I will do the font bold, more dark. I will do the alignment on the top. So there's a vertical option is here. And it's in a decimal number, but I want to make it in percentage. So below that, there's an option called numbers. I do a drop down. I select the percentage with the second last option, and I want to make it like a 1 decimal point. That's enough. And I hit OK. And I do the same thing for the x-axis, because that's already discount. So I put my cursor on the x-axis, to the right click, go to the formatting, and on the scale I can see the numbers, which is normal numbers. So I click the options, go to the percentage, go for the only one. Okay, let's make it like 0 option. I don't want anything up after the decimal point. And I hit on OK. And profit, I will again do the edit axis and let's make it dollars and I click over here. So this is the average discount versus the profit for category as well as the over row ID, which is the least level of details. And over here, I can see the legend. So if I click highlight and if I select furniture, so only the furniture is been highlighted and the average profit of all the furniture as well as the average discount is there specifically for furniture. If I click on office supply, we can see the average profit and discount for the office supply. And likewise for the technology also, I can see the average discount versus average profit. So Abhilash, I think this is the answer of your question, how to find out the individual categories, average discount and the profit. All right, so coming back to the slides. Oh, sorry, let me rename it, this sheet once again. So the name of the sheet is AVG discount versus profit per category and order. Hit enter and it has saved. Super cool. Let's go back to the slides once again. All right, we have solved all the 4 questions. So what is next? Dashboard creation. That's a super cool thing. So now let's go back to the dashboard creation. Tableau. And this time I will select the second option, which is called a new dashboard. I click over here and I can see empty space over here where we are going to put all our sheets and make it very much interactive. Let's resize this empty dashboard. So I will select the width something like 1900 and height 1000. Okay, it's going too far. So make it like 900. All right then. Super. So now we have to put our sheets over there. So first I put the sales month-wise sales seasonality. So if I drag it over here and release it, I can see the sales seasonality. I just reduce the width a little bit, make it like 1700. All right. And then I want to show geographical analysis below it. So I simply drag over here and Tableau is so intelligent that it's asking you whether you point on the right hand side or the left hand side, on the top, on below. So I want it below, so I release it. So my second visualization is already here. And then I want this sales versus profit category and subcategory on right to the sales seasonality. So I put it over here. You can see it is Tableau is asking where you want to put here, here, here. Yes, I want to put here and I release it. And for this average discount profit versus profit per category and order ID, I want to put on bottom right side. Superb. So now I want to make it a little bit modification. So I want this legend close to sales seasonality, but it is fixed one. I cannot, if I try to shift here and there, the Tableau is asking because it's the tiled one. So you can see over here, below there the object. So we have horizontal object, blank objects, vertical navigation, and below the tiled one. I want to make this one as a floating. So what can I do? So there's a drop down over here, and there is an option called floating. So now I can float this one towards my first visualization. And I don't want this sales based upon the size of the bubbles, so I just remove it. I want this profit legend close to my second visualization, right to sales versus profit category and subcategory. So I make it float once again and put it a little bit over here. And this one category that belongs to the fourth visualization. So simply I shift it over here. All right. So we have empty space over here. No need to worry about it. We just click over here and simply close it. Now it's gone. Now, next thing I want to put a dashboard title. So I can see over here, there's an option called show dashboard title. So just click over here. It's showing the dashboard title, little bit formatting once again. So I put this legend, which is called misaligned, little bit below. That's it. I just rename the dashboard is like sales overview 2016 till 2019. Select it. I would want to like in the middle way, and I choose the font as Tableau Bold, and I think better size. There you go. Little bit more formatting. So I want to make my legends has some borders. So when I click over here, and when I go to the layout, it gives me some very good options about the borders, background. So I want borders. So I want to make it black and very thin border. And it's there, little bit adjustment of the size. And I want to rename the heading of my legend. I just remove this one. And I want to make it in the middle, black, hit okay. There you go. Let me arrange the legends. So if you drop down, you can see the arrange, there's an option called arrange items. So let me try the multiple columns. So if I little bit drag down, converge it, and super easy. The same thing I would like to do with this my second visualization, that is for profit. Sorry. So I drag it a little bit here on the right side and make it border and make this heading of the legend in the middle. It's already black. Okay. And okay, this one, the fourth variation legend. So make the border, size it a little bit, and category I want to make it in the middle. And it's done. All right, I just need to increase the size of the dashboard a little bit, so just make it like 900. There's an option called presentation mode. You can always check your visualization accordingly. So we have still a lot of space. So maybe 1000, and this one, let's make it 1850. Go to the presentation mode. Yeah, that looks cool. Little bit more.
We have a raised hand over it.
Hello.
Rohit, we have a raised hand.
Yeah, please.
Do we not to need consider the sheet size?
It depends upon the user. So what I am doing exactly right now is just to show you how to create the dashboard, and that's all. I mean, we can do that thing, but it will take too much of time, and we have other sessions as well, Abhilash.
Yeah, and also like
Okay,
it depends upon the client and the company requirement as well when you are doing in the
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. So I just make it borders, so that make it a little bit discreet. So I want to make it thick border. This one also thick border. The third one also thick border. The fourth one also thick border. I just want to make the sheet names in the middle, and it has to be Tableau bold. This one also in the middle, Tableau bold. Third one in the middle, Tableau bold. Fourth one in the middle, Tableau bold. And once again, I check with the presentation. Looks super cool. Go to the main title. I want this script as a white, but the background is dark. So I select this pane, and then I go the background, and I want it black, but I want my script in a white color. So put it white. Once again, go back to this presentation mode. That looks cool. I increase the size of this pane, which is my heading, by going a little bit down, and you can see there's an outer padding. So padding is something like you can increase or decrease the size of the pane over here. So I want to make it 0 over here. And now it looks a bit cool. This one is 0. This one is also 0. This one is also 0. Fourth one is also 0. All right then. Okay, so now it's time to make the things interactive. So if I click over here on my first visualization, you can see some options. So the third one you can select, which is called use as a filter. So what will happen when you do any kind of changes, the rest of the things will, the rest of the visualization will also get changed. So I want to do this for the every sheet. Fourth one as well. So let's check whether it's working or not. All right, so let's select the June. Okay, let's go to the presentation mode. So let's check the May. Now you can see the dashboard interactivity is going super nicely way. Let's select the Turkey. We can see what is going on with respect to the June, and the worst profit goes to the technology, specifically the phone. So this is how we can do. We can find out some blind spots. So I will once again click on the months and the geographical visualization to make it reset. And then I go back to the slide once again, because one thing is remaining, that is Mr. Schoenberg wants to see the region and category based following. So for this dashboard, as the time is very much constant for me, I just try to make everything related in context with the universal filter, which I'm going to use is the region. So what can I do? I go to the first sheet
Rohit, we have a question here.
Yeah.
Glen's asked that she didn't get the interactivity aspect. I mean, I think she's talking about the actions.
Action. So you just simply made every dashboard, every visualization as a filter. So whatever you do, it will affect the rest of the three. Or if you do some changes in the two visualization, the rest of the two visualization will get affected. So that's called the interactivity. So if I, for example, if I select the table from this visualization, we can see. Okay, so let's talk about the furniture. And the times. Yeah. So if we select some particular feature or some particular labels or columns from one sheet and select the second one, so things will get changed to the rest of the visualization. I hope that's the answer of your question. Actually, the main idea of this session is just try to show the how we can use the Tableau for analysis and making the dashboard and do the interactivity. So that's the main idea. Yash, is there any other question?
Yeah, Pierre, you'll get the recordings maybe like in a day or two. We'll upload both the recordings for yesterday's event as well tomorrow's event in a day or two. So no, Rohit, you can carry on.
Okay, so I want to make a region as a universal filter. So what can I do? I go to any sheet. So I select the first one and then I go to the sheet. All right, and then I can see there is one dimension which is called region. I put that in the filter section and I want all the region. So I hit OK, select all and then hit OK. And then I directly jump to my dashboard. And then I click over on the first dashboard. And when I go to the drop down, I can see an option is called filter, in which I already put region as a filter. So I select over here. So I can see the region. On the right hand side, which doesn't look good. So what can I do? I want to make it float. And then I want to shrink this filter option. So there is a drop down over here. And over here, I select multi-value drop down. And then I reduce my filter. I put it somewhere here for the time being. So there's an empty space. I don't want that. And then I put this region close to the headings. As the region is not visible, so I make it white. And the middle, and hit OK. And I little bit adjust, and I make this region filter with borders. So I make it white border and a little bit thick. Yes, and now I want to make it universal. So I do the right click and click on apply to the worksheet. And then I click on the option, which is third option is called selected worksheet. So I want to make change in all the sheets. And then hit OK. So let's check whether it's working or not. So if I remove all, nothing will be appear. And if I go for like Central Asia, only Central Asia things are appearing. If I go for the Northern America, North Asia, sorry, let me put on a presentation mode. And if I want to see Oceanic, so I can see Australia, and New Zealand, which is a part of Oceanic. And in that particular region, we can do the further analysis. So Mr. Abhilash, I think that's the answer of your previous question. And how can we go for a specific region and do the analysis for specific country? All right, so I go back again to all, come back to the normal mode and go back to the slides once again. So we perform the dashboard creation, and the last step for this session is deploy to the Tableau Online, that is Tableau Public. So how can we do that? So first of all, save this workbook. So I go to the file, click on save as, and I put the name sales overview. Bracket 2016. Yep. You can save. Okay, sorry. So I need to save it as like a .twbx file because we are working on Tableau desktop. And if you want to upload your work from Tableau desktop to Tableau Online or Tableau Public, you have to save it on twbx file. But if you're working on Tableau Online and if you do some work, so at that time you can save it on .twb because that's a part of the Tableau ecosystem which your company is using. So that's point number one. And then I go to the data source and I can see that my connection is live. So I cannot take this and put on the Tableau Tableau Public or Tableau Online. So I need to do the extract option. So I click on the abstract and it's done. It may maybe takes some time. Okay, it's extracting right now. Okay, so I make the name of this dashboard sales overview dashboard. Enter. I put this at the front and sorry, my mistake with the spelling. And I don't want that the users want to see the worksheet. They just only see the dashboard. So there's an option in the dashboards. If you go for the right click over here, you can select hide all sheet. You can do the coloring also just for remembrance. If there are multiple dashboard or multiple worksheet, and if you don't want to get confused, you can put them color. So for the time's sake, I use yellow color just for the demonstration. And I select hide all sheets. So you can see all the sheets are disappeared. And now it's time to upload it on the Tableau Public. So there is an option called share the workbook with others, or you can click on the server. So I click on the server and I go the fourth option. It's called like public, a publish workbook. So it's asking me to connect for the public, but I want yeah, it's quick connect to the public, but I want to select just wait a second, guys. Yeah, Tableau Public is option is there, which is the last one, and I go for the second option. It's called save to Tableau Public, and I wait for some time. So the Tableau Public is asking me my credentials, so I put my credential. Sorry. So the workbook saving, it's publishing to the server. And yeah, so your Tableau Public will get open. So make sure that you guys must have Tableau Public also. So where this is my dashboard, I go a little bit down and I can click on edit details. So you can
Rohit,
put,
I guess you just share the dashboard screen.
oh, sorry. Just wait a second. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you connect with your Tableau Public, give your credentials. So Tableau Desktop will automatically transfer you to your Tableau Public website, I would say, or repository. And over there, you can see your visualization over here. You can go below, click on edit details. So you can edit your titles, your visualization description. If you are inspired from any website like Makeover Mondays or Workout Tuesdays, you can put it over there, or you can put any Tableau visionaries or instructor's name with whom you worked or through whom you got inspired, and you can click on save the changes. And it's done, and you can see on your profile. So you just click on your profile. This is my profile. I click over here, and you can see my sales overview 2016. It's there. Just wait a little bit because the icon is not coming so perfectly. I just go for the refresh once again.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time. So you can see some more action also. So you want to make your based on a show based on your profile, or you make the base features. So if you click over here, so it will, so there's a tab will come, which will be, it's written featured one, and it's done. So your work is done. You can share your link with the company, with the supervisor, professors for the next steps. So back on the slides. All right, so we are going to share you this PT in the form of PDF, so you can go through along with all the use cases. So here's a link for the learning, so you can go and check around the free training learnings. So there's some videos about how to use Tableau Desktop and Tableau Prep as well. So it's super cool. Initially, we also started learning from these kind of free training videos. And apart from that, you can go for a Tableau user group also. So I pasted over the link. So you just click over here in the PDF, which you're going to send after this event, and you can join whatever the user group you want to join. So you can see the Yash is also there. Maybe he is a part of some user group. That's super cool, Yash.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah. All right, and these are some blogs and YouTube channels are here. So I just created the links for you guys. You just click on the names and you directly jump into that particular YouTube links and the resources. So I also started with the Farlaga twins. You know about the Farlaga yesterday if you attended the session, and Farlaga twins got like the best Tableau visionary of this year, and Rosario Guang is one of my favorite. Jim Dre is one of my favorite. I attended one of his user group. Professor Klaus Schulte, he's my mentor. Super amazing guys. You just connect with them and try to learn. And the YouTube, SQL Bella, Tableau team, these are like very fantastic guys. They explain you every concept in a very simple and sweet way. So yeah, that's all. And so that's all from my side. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy and keep analyzing. So that's all my session. And now we have a 5 minutes break. And thank you, yes, thank you, audience. You are fabulous. Thank you, all the audience who asked the question. It was super interactive for me. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rohit. That was a really insightful session for all of us. Even I learned a couple of new things today. So, guys, we'll have a 5-minute break. So Rohit delivered a session just as promised. So we have exactly 5 minutes of break left, and then we'll start at start in 5 minutes sharp. with the session 2, which will be presented by me and Rupesh. So in the meanwhile, if you have any questions regarding this session, doesn't want a break, doesn't need a breather, we are available here. So Abhilash, yeah, you have got a raised hand.
My earlier issue.
Yeah,
you want
I
to-
think Yash, let him share his screen so that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can understand. Maybe there is an update in the Tableau desktop latest version. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, even I'm not sure. Abhilash, go ahead, share your screen. Are you able to?
I am disabled.
Okay.
Rupesh is there.
Uh,
Here, I'm gonna give him the access.
yeah.
I think you can share your screen now.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Here, as I show you, the connection type tab is not there.
Okay.
Yes, maybe he can go to the sheet and from there he can see.
No, I think. Have you saved this file as TWP?
No, it was just I've just created it. I haven't created graphs also now.
No,
Because
have you saved this file?
No, I haven't saved this file.
Okay.
I think we have someone in the chat wrote to which version of Tableau you're using. Is it the public one, right?
Are you using the
Not the
Tableau
desktop one.
Tableau public.
Okay,
That's why he's
that's
using
why.
totally different.
You can go.
Okay.
You can download the Tableau desktop version, and I think latest version is 2022.2 or one. The 2 launch. I think the latest one. I think here we don't have the option.
Okay.
The Tableau online one doesn't give you the option.
So Abhilash, are you a student or a working professional?
I am a working professional looking for a change.
So you already using Tableau in your work?
No, I have learned Tableau.
So you
Recently I've
used
learned
Tableau public or a Tableau desktop?
Tableau public.
Okay, that's the reason.
Yeah, there are
Okay.
certain, even when you check on data connections that are available on Tableau public, there are a lot of servers and databases that are not available for public. So there's a tad bit of difference there.
So maybe you can create the dashboard and try to upload it over there. So they will ask you whether it's a live connection or not. And in that case, if it's there, so you make it extract and upload your version. Because I never use Tableau Public as a software, as an app in my laptop. I always use Tableau Desktop.
I think Tableau public can be used to upload dashboards into Tableau.
I can directly save. If I save it, it doesn't save in my system. It saves in online only.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that means
that's
it has direct connection. So there is no way, there is no mean of having that two kind of connections in your case.
You can assume it's only live connection.
Okay.
Any other question, Abhilash?
No other question. I have cleared all other questions.
All right, thank you, Abhilash, for asking the question. I mean, like it's super amazing. Thank you.
Okay. How to come out?
Just close your sharing screen.
Also, others, if you have any questions, we have
Please
a couple of minutes left.
raise your hands.
But my screen is visible, right?
Yes. Now not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, not.
Yeah. Guys, can we start now?
Yes, I think we should start.
Sure. So, yeah. So welcome to the second session. So it was a wonderful start to the day by Rohit. So we move to second session, which is a fun challenge with the data. And we have tried a certain new type of data. Even this is a kind of a new challenge that even we have tried for the first time. It's a relatively easier data, and we'll try to do We'll try to do simple things efficiently using this data. So the speakers for this will be me, that is Yash, and alongside me would be Rupesh, who you already know. And so yeah, this will be the profile of your profile, which you're going to work on the challenge. So supposing the director general of police is the highest ranked police officers in state and union territories in India. All the DGPs, that is Director General Police, meet once every quarter to discuss the crime numbers and make required plans and strategy based on such analyses. Out of all the Indian Police Service officers available, you are the one that's having the data expertise in data analysis and Tableau tools. So you have been assigned a task, which is you have been assigned a data, analyze the data and present the crime data available, so that effective strategies can be made and effective law actions can be taken to maintain law and order in the respective states or union territories. UT stands for union territories. So yeah, this is your profile. And this is how the case study goes. I'll soon show you the data. So the data is the historical numbers of crimes there are a few set of crimes which is listed in the first paragraph from it's a 11-year data from 2001 to 2012. So more than 20 crime types are available in that data. And but there is a crux in this. You have a data that is provided to you is an XLSS workbook that works fine, Excel format, but you have it in a wide format. So, but in Tableau, usually the preferred data style is a long format data for analysis. I'll show you the difference between wide format and long format data pretty soon. So we'll be using an effective and yet easy technique to convert wide format to long format data. This is a super quick technique, and as an analyst, you will be using definitely Tableau desktop for visual analytics and presentation. So I think we can get started with the presentation. For this is the second data set that is available, that is named You Are Busted on the link that has been provided for downloading the data sets. And so this is how the workshop will flow, similar to what the Rohit's was in the first session. So we'll download the data set, which I hope you guys have already downloaded. Second, we'll try to revamp the data and connect the data with Tableau, and obviously perform analysis and create dashboards. So let's go ahead with the first step, that is downloading the data set. So when you downloaded the data set, I hope the data set looked somewhat like this. So I think yeah. So if you guys can affirm in the chat box that this is how the data looked. So I'll try to run through with the data. I'll go through different columns and try to explain it to you how the granularity of the data goes. So the first column A, is state or union territories. So there are a total of you can see these are the total union territories that are states and union territories that are that India is divided into. And then further, these union territories are further divided into districts, which are n number of districts here within each state. And this goes the timeline, which goes from, as I said, from 2001 to 2012. So now we have a number of columns here. This is an interesting point, which I mentioned, that it's a wide format data, which goes from column D to, I'll come to right the end of the data set, which is column AG. So approximately there are, let's see, 30 columns. So all these are numerical data, or I can say measures if you try to, get them into Tableau. But here's a small hack. So when you try to get a data into Tableau, it's preferred that you have a long format data instead of a wide format data. So right now it's a wide format data. We'll target to convert it into long format data. So there can be multiple ways for this. Pivoting, for those who know Excel, pivoting can be one. There are different softwares which make it easy, like Alteryx. Even for Python, it's easy. So whoever finds it the easy way, but for all the Excel users who need to know a trick. I mean, you are done with the pivoting, and the pivoting takes a lot of time. So here's a neat trick that I follow. So there is, I'll just try to hide this. So yeah, so this is a neat trick that I follow. So this is a Tableau Add-In that I have added. All right, this is known as Tableau 7. So I'm not sure about its availability on Mac systems, but you can check through. I'll share the links definitely. So this is a Tableau Add-In. So what you need to do is just you need to go the first measure column. I mean, this is the first number or measure that is available, right? 101. So just yeah, Abhilash, I saw that you raised a hand.
It is available for all Excel versions, all Microsoft versions.
I think it's available for all Microsoft versions, but I'm not sure about its availability for Mac. I'll share you the links for downloading and also for the usage that I'm doing currently. And like I'll share you a couple of one community document and one video on how to do it. So I think it'll be pretty clear. Apart from that, regarding the Mac availability, I'm not pretty sure. So yeah, so hope I answered your question. Okay. So what you need to do is just come to the first number or the first measure within the first number that is present in the first measure, and just press on this, select this Tableau Tableau function on the tab, the ribbon above, and just click on this reshape data. Once you click on this reshape data, what happens is a pop-up, a pop-up window pops up, and you just need to click OK here. I won't be clicking OK right now because it will take a lot of time, because we have a lot of data here, and then it converts wide to long. So it will be creating more than 1 lakh rows. So I think it will be taking a lot of time. We have 9,000 here itself. So this I have done in advance. So you can just check this tab, which is the second tab that is available. Just click on this and you find this. I mean, this is the type of that you'll find after you click that reshape data switch button. You'll find these two new columns created. One will be crime type, which were all the metadata that was on top on the row on the column list, and the other one is the number of cases or the crimes. So yeah, this is the data reshaping that we have done, and now we come to the next step. We are clear with the problem statement. We are clear with the data, what data looks like, and we have done with the reshaping. I mean, now this data is ready for usage in Tableau. So we can just import data into Tableau. So I'll just try to do a file. Try to do connect to the Microsoft Excel data, and this one is the data set. So I'll just try to connect it. Yeah. So meanwhile, while it does the connection, I think we can move to this sheet because I've already connected the data here. And you can make it extract, or you can also use it as live. For extract takes a lot of time to create the extract, but it's a better practice if you do the extract first. So once okay, let me just make an extract for this. It will take a few seconds. So yeah, it's the data has been extracted now, and now you can just Yeah, okay, sorry. There's one catch in the data. If you like to, if you go through the data once, let me just, so when you look at all the metadata, so what's the first step when you look at the data is just try to apply a filter at the top, these pop-up icons appear, and try to go through all the, variables that are present. So I did this way in advance. So these are all the districts, but there's a small catch here. When I went through this, these two, extra variables are present, which is Delhi UT total. Delhi is the name of a union territory, and this is total for all the districts. So we try to, what we do is we exclude this way in advance, these two values, because this will lead to double counting. Because it will, this total, as you all know, it will just double count. Once it will count all the states numbers and the district numbers, and in the other segment will count all the district numbers in total. So it will lead to double counting. Same with Delhi UT total. So we'll try to remove that. This is well in advance. And when you move the extreme right column, this is again a total IPC crimes. So we will also have a look at this and try to exclude this, from this crime type well in advance. So this is where extract filters can come in handy for us. So let's go move to here and just try. I'll show you. So if you remember from yesterday's, session, so extract filters, I think, have the topmost priority in the order of preference. So I try to add a filter, and first was moving the total and the Delhi UT total from the district. So I just use this. Wait for it. Yeah. I just select total and I select these two and I exclude this. So except these two values, all will be included and these two values will be excluded from the data straight away. And we have another ones. We go to crime type and we go to total. We select this total IPC crimes and we exclude this. So now we select OK. These two extract filters have been applied. So our extract is it's loading metadata, loading extracts, filtered extract. So now this is our final extract after applying the extract filters, which have the top most order of precedence. Now data is ready. We just need to go to the sheets and start visualizing. So yeah, I moved to sheet 1. Sorry for the lag, guys. Yeah, so it's loading the data for the first time. So I think meanwhile I can, wait. So that's why, extract at the first instant, extract takes a bit of time. But once you have extracted the data, this time is not, this amount of time is not taken after that. So what we see here now, for the next thing when we come to this sheet will be, coming to, before that, I would also like you to know what, what after the extract filters come data source filters. So how you can go to data source filters. So here is your data connection pane. Just right click on this and you see here edit data source filters. So from here you can manage your data source filters. So we won't be using that for this. So the next thing what you do once this sheet, you come to this worksheet window where, as I said, magic happens. So now these are your measures and these are your dimensions and these are your measures. So we'll only use one measure, which is cases. As I said, it's a simple data and we have done a lot of reshaping as well. And we will use all these dimensions. I think we are going to use all the dimensions. So first of all, we check all the data types. So when it comes to crime type, it's a string. So I think crime type is different types of crimes like murder, total crimes, arsons, all of that. So then it comes to district. So district is further division of states and UTs into districts, or what can also be known as counties. So it's a string type, but technically it's a geographical field, right? So we'll be creating a maps when we go ahead. So the best thing is to make this, convert this into geographical. So we just switch this, and for we are using Indian data. So within India, district, in US, it can be known as county. Yeah, Vilash, I see your raised hand.
Do we need to create a hierarchy between state and district? Because it is interrelated term again.
Yes, definitely. We can go ahead with that. We can create a hierarchy between state and district, but I think that will complicate stuff a bit here. So I will just going with the most detailed one, the most granular one, which will be the district. So
Yash, I would like to answer this Vilash question. So
sure.
it depends, again, it depends upon the business case. If you
Yeah,
have like too many columns,
Yeah.
and if you find some columns are like you can put it in a hierarchical level, you can do
Yeah.
that. But as you can see over here, there are the columns are like very few. So if even though if you're not doing any hierarchical perspective, then also it's okay.
I mean, I agree with you. If I add a hierarchy between state and district, we can add more analysis to this. So yeah, I agree. We can divide it into. We can first filter it by states and then filter it by regions. Then filter it by districts, just like Rohit did with regions and countries. So yeah, we can add to that. But for the current analysis that I'm planning to do, that won't be necessary. So I hope yeah. So then this comes year. Year is like your date field, but here it shows you as a number field, which is like which it has read from Excel data source as an integer. So we just make it date field. So now a calendar would appear to the side. Sorry. Just make it to the date field. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it's converted this to hierarchy only. So I've converted this into rate field, and now all the columns are in the sort of data types that we want. Now we can start with our analysis. Now going back to our presentation. So here we go. We are done with the first part, downloaded the data set, and we are done with the second part, which is that data set integration on Tableau desktop. So now the next part is performance, performing the analytics, data analysis. So here we'll be broadly looking into three questions, right? With the DGPs would like to know. A look at annual trends, like how the trends have gone from 2001 to 2012. And the second question that we'll go through is maybe how different types of crimes are fair off. So it will depend upon region to region, district to district. That some districts are famous for certain crimes. So some districts have more instances of so suppose dacoity. Some instances have more. Some districts have more instances of murder or attempt to murders. So we'll try to look at that. And so yeah, so we'll mainly feature the year fields, the crime types, and the crimes, number of crimes, obviously, and the geographical fields, that is the state and the district. So let's
Hello, yeah.
switch over to
Share the questions in the chat tab once.
Sorry,
Share the questions in the chat tab.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. All right. So let's start by looking into annual trends about the data. So I think this was my file. Yeah. So annual trends, I'll try to drag this year, which we'll be using, into the rows field. So yeah, we see years, and then we'll try to see the number of cases that have happened under the columns. Oh, here we go. So yeah, then we'll utilize this super feature. We'll just swap the rows and the columns, and bam. This 2001. This is the how it has flown, the crime numbers for 2001, 2002, 2003, all the way to 2012. So it's on a general rise, I would say, the total crime numbers. Now we'll try to look at the numbers. We will try to put the total cases into labels. So now we can see how it flows. Right, from 20 lakh in 2001, the total cases has gone to 2012. But as I said, we'll also have a look at look at the crime number based on the crime types. So let's take crime types into filters. So let's say instead of all these crime types, we take how has, suppose auto theft, I mean the theft of automobiles grown over the period of 11 years. So I think it's grown pretty much sharp, pretty at a pretty decent rate. And so yeah, this is how we'll compare. Now we'll try to try an easy way to switch between different filters. So we'll give it a show filter option, and then we can select multiple options from here. But it's always better to select one option at a time, so that you get the flexibility, you get the more detailed understanding about each. So let's see how counterfeiting goes. It has its usual ups and downs, but it has stayed around the same range from around 23,000-24,000. So same with other types of data. But always in the line charts, you need to keep a good eye on the y-axis, because these numbers, these axis numbers flow by the total values that are present, so it shouldn't result in miscalculations. So yeah, for now I'm just keeping it to all the sets. But now then I'll try to make a area chart. So how to convert a line chart to area chart? Just you can use the show me button, obviously. Just have a click here and it converts it to area chart. But you can do it through marks card as well. So I just select, instead of automatic, which is line, so I select an area chart. This is how it looks. So let's try to do a bit of formatting. So it doesn't look good, all the labels, it gives it's a lot of labels. So we'll just go to this label, it's show mark labels, but we'll just select the min and the max. So click here. This is the least amount, which is in 2003, and this is the maximum amount, which is in 2012. It has risen considerably from around 19 lakhs to around 28 lakhs. So yeah, then color of your choice, any color. Let's select this, and then we can format the tooltips as well. So what we can do is we can just add crime type as well to the tooltip. So yeah, so what now you see is an asterisk in place of crime type. So why this happens? This is because a lot here the crime types, all crime types are selected. So Tableau is smart, definitely, but it isn't smart enough to list them all, and it won't also look good when so many crime types, more than 20 of them are listed in a tooltip. So it just gives you a star, which means more than one crime type is selected. So let me just select one for the meanwhile. Let's select burglary. Burglary is on the fall, so I think it's pretty good signs. So now you can see crime type on the tooltip as burglary. So let's try to format this tooltip for a better understanding. So let's make it year 2012 and highlight, separator, and then crime type. Space the here, and let's make it crimes. Yeah, I prefer left alignment. So let's make it orange, since we are showing it in orange. So let's make it bold. Let's make it big. So you can preview it by looking. This is how your numbers will look. A much neater representation of the tooltip. So now we can change the name as well. The sheet name. We can change it to yearly or annual trends. Okay. And we can change the axis. Year of year doesn't look good. So let's edit the axis. Let's format it a bit. For year, it does look good. So this. Sorry. So yeah, I think we have seen the annual trends now. Now let's come back to the PPT for the next question, which is let's move to the third one first, which is how different types of crimes have fared off. So for different regions or different so for different places and different what do you say like different crimes, how they have how they are divided into different crime types. So let's take we have to see cases by crime types. Crime types is a categorical field or a dimension, and cases becomes a measure. So the best chart would be if you want to suggest. So what can be the best chart? So do you want any guesses in the chat box? One categorical or a crime or a like I would say a dimension and one measure. What can be the best chart? What best chart type? Yeah. Do I have any guesses? Excellent. Bar chart would be the good option here. Bar chart, column chart, and all these will be a better option. But we'll be using definitely a bar chart. So I plotted all these in the rows and number of cases, the text which will appear here. And I will make it I'll just make it descending order, and since I have to make it a bar chart, so bar chart I can make it using marks card as well, but definitely using show me as well. So right now I'm going to use show me. So I just click here and bam, this is a bar chart that they have created. So, yeah, so yeah, the other IPC crimes are top. If you want to see other IPC crimes, well and good. If you don't want, you can just select the crime type and filter it out. Other crime types. Just deselect this and select apply, and here we go. But let's also keep an eye on other crimes. So that is what you could do. And let's make a single color. I don't like many colors in my dashboards. So let's do brighter. Yeah. So let's keep a check on the tooltips as well. Shows the crime types and the cases. Let's make it uniform. Crime types and crimes. That's what we had there. Let's change it. Yeah, I have a raised hand. Go ahead.
We have to use pie chart now because it is considering like a total how much, what all crimes is distribution we have to show like that.
I get your question, but see, the problem with pie chart is always I use a rule of hand for pie chart. Pie chart is only used when there are less categories. So let me just show you how a pie chart will look like. So just let me add a new sheet. So just give me a crime XYZ and give me what's the cases. So yeah, so I'm just creating, as you said, I created a pie chart. All right. So this is how a pie chart will look like. So yeah, so this you can see, I think theft, IPC, all these top 4 or 5 I can check, right? Up till this, but after this maybe you can't know the numbers. I mean, there are a lot of categories. There are more than 20 plus categories available here. So in that way, pie chart is always the right option. And I mean, in general data sense, pie chart is quite often frowned upon. But for me, I use a rule of thumb that when it goes more than 5 categories, I think pie chart is not a feasible option. So
Yash, I would like to add one more point regarding Abhilash's question, that Abhilash, if you want to use a pie chart, then it would be feasible only and only if you have a category not more than 7. Because as you see over here, there are lots and lots of categories. So as a business users or as a as an analyst, I mean, for you also, it's very difficult to interpret what exactly is going on.
Yeah. So Abhilash, if you can check, see, I've just selected all these small pies as much as I can. And if you check right here, there are 12 marks, 12 out of 29 marks. So 12 are not visible, what the percentage or what is, not properly visible. So I think that won't lead to good analysis and can hide off certain aspect of data, which might turn out to be important. So
yeah, and here in this case also, the as Yash showed 12 out of 29 marks, that is almost close to a bit less than 50% of the data is not clearly visible, and that's
Yeah.
not good as an analyst.
Yeah. So, and compare, I'll ask you to compare this with the bar chart. Now, when I add this labels as well. See, now if I, when I create the dashboard, you will see that all the numbers are also available along with the bars on one screen. The scrolling won't be there. I can just make an entire view here only. But yeah, so you can see all your data is available for you. So did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So yeah, coming back to this. So this is our crime type wise that we have arranged. Now we have done this, and yeah. So let's change the sheet name, bit of filtering. Let's make it what you say, like and by crime types, like that, and okay. Yeah. And now this we are done with the second part of the data. Now, second part of the analysis. Now we come to the last and the final part, which is the geographical feature, which is the district-wise crimes. So I think most of you would have seen the maps. You know, usually in the all the workshops, you would have seen basically US maps or UK maps, but we have tried to try a different map, which is an Indian political map, which you can say. So let's see how it phases out. So this is the new that we were trying in the data. So hope it goes well. So we have to see the states. Now if I try to plot the states, I just double click it and it will take some time. So these are all the states and UTs that are present. So, but we are not planning to do it by states. So let's go by, see, you can see the state names that are present in our data. But instead, we are planning to go with districts. So let's select our districts. So here is all the districts that we have got. We'll change it to area chart. We'll change it to maps. And these are all the districts that are available in our data. So yeah, I think probably this one was the older data set. So yeah, I can do it here, or I can do it. Sorry guys, I'll just use this one for the data because I think I've connected the older data set. So once you are doing the dashboarding, it will be a bit confusing for you guys. So that's why I'm just changing the worksheet. So I think hope that works. That's not an issue. So otherwise, the rest of the things will be the same. So here we go. Yeah, so let me double click on the district. So I think we got a more updated data that we have uploaded on the Google. So this will be the data that will be available with you. So once you select this and you select the map feature and you've got more states here. Now you see that you have 273 unknown districts. This was bound to happen when we selected Indian data because there are a lot of differences in linguistic types, typos, and everything with data. So, but in Tableau we have an option to edit the locations and use custom geocoding, which we call that. So what you can do is edit the location. So we are not going to do like every location because there are 273 of them. We can't sit here for all that. So we're just going to skip. I'll just show you one or two cases how we can. I mean, just a way, like I am from Jamshedpur. So this was also unrecognized. So I tried to do this. So our city name is Jamshedpur, but here we are mapping districts. So our district is East Singhbhum. So I just select this and I click OK, and somewhere here you see, yeah, this is the new the new mapping that has been done, Jamshedpur. So this is the one, and you see it has been reduced by -1. I know it can be a tough process if you do like one by one, but if you go to like any Tableau community resource, you are going to find how to do this. But had I brought the custom geocoding and all the polygons and stuff using collect functions and everything, this would have been a little over the top for a starting session, a little bit for the student challenge. So I think for now we can just hide this, and we can go ahead with all those districts that are mapped currently. So now all the districts are mapped, which are available on data, and available in the Tableau repository matches with that. Now what we'll do is we'll try to see how the cases are distributed. So we'll try to bring all the cases into color. So this is how I'll just make a change to the color, because I said we're keeping it orange. So let's keep that. And yeah, so this is how, like, it's there's a lot of minimum and maximum, there's a lot of difference. So I think there's not a lot of effect on the coloring, but I'll show you how the effects will be available. And you can just go to the crime type and select any particular crime. For example, say cheating. I don't know how they define cheating as, but let's see. Make it colored. Yeah. So when I see cheating, I see, we should this filter, we did this, we did single value drop down, and we have selected cheating here. So you see on the western side, yeah, that's what you call it. On the western side, there are more instances which is looking, a bit more orange, as I say. So let's see any other, something like maybe dacoity. So so see, are you seeing the patterns? On the eastern side around the states of Bihar, and you can bring the state UT into tooltip as well here. So yeah, states of, let me first change the tooltip for a better understanding. So this is the state, this is, let's add district and the number of cases, crimes. Let's make it uniform, how we have been doing it up till now. All right, so this is how it looks like. So Bihar, Jharkhand, Hazaribagh, all these are active in this crime types, which is dacoity. So let's, for analysis sake, let's select one more. Maybe let's select, what can we select? Let's select riots. That's what we have done. Ooh, this is a major is in Rajasthan, Jaipur, and then there's a lot of cluster here in the coastal areas, western coast, which is Maharashtra, bit in the Kerala as well, 9,800, all these districts of Kerala active, and also a bit on the western side, eastern side. So yeah, this is how we can do, like, supposing like we select custodial rape. This is one, I noticed this one, there's like 5 cases in the past 11-12 years and 3 cases in Assam. So these are something like, we can highlight these in the times of analysis, and this can be presented. So that these have been the cases. So yeah, so now we'll try to, these have been the cases. Let's switch to, let's change the title for this. Let's make it district wise distribution. Titles are edited. I hope you got the analysis glitch, criminal breach of trust. Again, it changes, and we've got a new town like Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. This is exciting analysis. So the DGPs, I mean the police officers, there the law and order can be questioned. Why are there have been a lot of cases of criminal breach of trust in Lucknow? And maybe counterfeiting. Counterfeiting was a problem. So there have been 281 crimes in West Bengal. These are active areas. So yeah, this can be how it goes. And now I think if you have any questions as far as these chart types are considered, we saw 3 chart types. We saw the map, we saw the trend, we saw the chart, these types. Now we'll be moving to dashboard. If you have any questions, you can hit me up, or over to you, Rupesh. Rupesh will be taking on from here regarding the designing a dashboard using these 3 sheets. So yeah, I'll stop my.
Hello everyone, thanks for staying back. I see we still have courageous people still in the group. I'm going to quickly share my screen so you have the access as well. Just 1 second. Okay, so this is the part where Yash was talking about, where you build the types, you build the trends and maps. So now we go into the dashboard. So to create the dashboard, you have three icons here. That's the sheet, that's the dashboard, and that's the storyboard. So we create a new dashboard. You just click over here. So now we have the dashboard. So the parts where Yash created, the maps, trend, and types are over there. So in order to make the dashboard like powerful, we need to first think, what do we want to see in the final outcome of our visualization? Here we would like to see a graph, maybe a map, and on the right we would like to see maybe some filtering options. And in the center we have like a title that represents what is this whole map about, and then we want to make it reactive. So all this could be done in the final dashboard formatting. So to do that, I'm going to click on the horizontal and I drop it here. So you have an horizontal pane now. So I'm going to click on map. I'm going to drop it there. And just like that, you have a map over there that just now Yash built. And you also have some filters, but if I click anything, it doesn't work. You just have, yeah, it works, but only for one map. But then for this, we need to also make it reactive for all the other options. So now I'm going to go here and click on vertical as well. I'm going to bring it towards the top of the screen over there, just before the map. So now I have my vertical pane as well. So I'm going to make a ratio. Let's say that's like 40, that's like 60 is 60, 40. And yeah, so now I'm going to continue where I'm going to put the trend map over there. So I'm going to drop the trend. We have the trend over there. And we have the types as well that just now you guys built. So I'm going to put trend just below. So now we have the trend as well. It's a bit not well organized. Yeah, now we should be able to see a bit. So it looks more or less okay, but then it doesn't look perfect. So to make it better, let's work on optimizing a bit. I'm gonna move the map a bit more further away. Now you can already start to see a bit more better. Okay, so now, so if I want to click on one filter, it's only working, I can only see a filter over here. It's not connected to any of the others. Like it's not connected to the map, it's not connected to our trends, and we don't know if it's connected. It's not connected to the criminals as well. So to do that, I'm going to first organize the board a bit. So I'm going to right click on my cases, go into floating. So now I can move freely in the board like anywhere I want. So I'm just going to leave it on to your right hand side, just to make it a little bit better. Okay. And so now I have the cases over here. So I also want to move the cases. I don't like it over there. So I'm going to click on float again. I'm gonna move it a bit over, just a bit over to the top. For the moment, I keep it here, but then I change it after. So now we sort of have a layout. I have my map here. I see what's happening. I see the trend. I see also the types of crimes that happen in India. So now let's name our dashboard. So to do that, it's very simple. We go to the text option and we're gonna drag and we're gonna drop it just on the top, just over there. So now I'm going to just name it as, let's do a bold. We can make it as bigger size. Also choose another font. Okay, I like, let's say Tableau bold. And I click OK. So now we have a big chart over there. So I just organize it a bit. Okay, so now we have the crime. I need to move this a bit down, like over there. Okay, that's perfectly in line. I'm going to remove this as well, so you have more space. Move the map to the other side. Okay, so now we have more or less our design. So now to make all of them reactive, for example, if I click, let's say an attempt to murder, I only see it's happening in the map and maybe also in the case, but it's not connected to all of them. So we need to make them reactive. To do that, we just go to our dashboard, sorry, our analysis, sorry. Yeah, sorry, it's in the dashboard. So we go to actions. Now we have an action box that appears. So here we want to decide what kind of action we want to create. We want to make sure the filter is reactive to all our charts and graphs. So to do that, I'm just going to go add action and add a filter. Now I have another add filter action dialog box that appears. I'm going to say just crime filter. Just for the name. So I want to remove the trend and I want to remove the type. So when I choose the map, I want to see the trend and I want to see the type. So this is as simple as that. We just uncheck those two and only check these two. Then we click OK. And then we click OK. So now, while we did this, something magical happened. If I now just remove the filter. Now I could just choose, let's say, a state or city. I could have granularities of that city in everywhere. Like, let's say I could see on counterfeiting. So now I see my counterfeiting is linked to all of the filters. So you could see already how powerful it could be when you link everything and you put it in the final dashboard. Also see a question. Okay, so yeah, no questions. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on it, just feel free to write in the chat box. But yeah, this is as simple as this. It's not very complicated. You could really do everything and it's just the basic, we're just touching the basic area of visualization. But then you could do much more. If I have to also put it in the full screen for you, I just do that. So now you'll see it on full screen. The screen is not super big, but then yeah. So right now we can even click on a city to see how many crimes happening, or let's say according to a city, and I'm going to choose a murder on that city. So I could see in 2012, that's the murder that happened, and the rate went down in 2017, and then it was high, and now it's a bit like in the higher end still. So we could do, yeah, we could do this kind of analysis and studies as well. So that's a bit of short to give you an idea of how you could build the dashboard. But then also, yeah, I stopped sharing, but I come back again, sorry. But also, yeah, that's only the dashboard. Then if you really want to make even more powerful, there's another one called the Storyboard, but which we don't go yet, but I just show you how it looks like. So normally what you would do is ask kind of questions that a stakeholder of a company or someone who's in charge of making decisions would ask. Like, do you want to know how many percentage of crime increased in certain year? You write those questions here and you can create those questions as a filter. So in that way, when someone looks at your dashboard, you just click on those buttons, almost like a filter. And then in your whole dashboard, you can connect them with your reactive filters, where it's in the dashboard. Now it's in the story. So yeah, you can connect them and then it's powerful. So this is a bit of the final of how you make the dashboard. So yeah, I think hope you've enjoyed so far the workshop and everything. So now we coming towards the final part of the workshop. So yes, over to you again. Do we have the slides?
Thanks, Rupesh, and thanks, guys, for staying up. So if you have any questions about this session, about previous session, any minor question, major question, don't think second time. You can just ask, and we are all available. Now we are done in respect of this dashboard. We are done with it. We have come to the end of session 2 as well. So if you have any questions from me, Rupesh, or Rohit, you can just hit us up. Right? We have after this, we have just one more session coming, which will be the final session. for the Student Vizard Challenge before the competition actually starts. And we have also got the feedback session, then post the session, post the challenge. So this is your time to ask if you're working on the challenge or working to getting started, working for anything. So yeah, we have a 5 minutes break right now. We'll just be starting the next the game round, which is the escape room, in next 5 minutes. So by the time if you have any questions, shoot.
Yeah, guys, also stay back for the escape room. I played it yesterday. It was super cool. So I would definitely recommend you all to continue to watch. It's almost like an escape game, but not in reality, but with data. So it's something really fun.
It will improve your data analysis skills with tinge of gaming as well.
We take a break now and we see you soon.
PC, I have shared screens. 1920 will start at 25. By the way, guys, while you're in the break, and if you want to, network like for the next 3 or 4 minutes before we start with the next session, and I mean we can. So let me stop my screen share. If you want, just ask personal questions regarding your careers, regarding anything, you can just ask us. We'll try to help if we are able to, because Rupesh, Rohit, these are all pretty experienced guys up there. So if you have any questions, please go ahead. Like we can network, and this is what data farm community is known for. So, Abhilash, reference about any about the next sessions and the challenges. I'll share you a splash page link. You'll find all the details then and there. I'll just send you the splash page link for the upcoming 2 sessions that are coming up for us. And Abhilash, sure, like you can connect with us on LinkedIn, and you can also send us your we can check your Tableau public resume and we can share it on Twitter or on LinkedIn, and we can help you in that sorts. Rohit, you're on mute.
I think we have only 1 minute left for our next session, Tableau Escape Room. Maybe you can off the screen, Yash, and
Yeah, I'll just I'll just yeah. So we can get started with the Tableau our hands-on workshop session 3, which is Tableau Escape Room. I think we'll be going ahead with the Europe edition, and the speaker for this, the one guiding you will be Rohit. So over to you, Rohit. I'll stop my screen share and help you take it. Over to you, man.
all right, guys. Thank you, Yash and Rupesh, for the session. You are busted. I was feeling like I think now by using that visualization, somehow I can help any kind of detectives to bust someone, some criminals. Super cool visualization. I really liked it. So we are at session number 3, that is Tableau Escape Room Europe Edition. So in our life, somehow, I don't know about everyone, but maybe some few people have just played escape room on a physical way. And in this session, I would like to tell you that Tableau also designed an escape room regarding the continents. So we have Europe, we have American, we have uh, 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 Asia Pacific regions and all the stuffs. So we choose to go with the European edition, and in that you have to work on the dashboard. The main prospect of this session or the Tableau Escape Room, that you will get a dashboard and you need to find some answers. And when you find the answers, you will get a key, and then you can go to the next room. And when you get all the keys, then you put all the keys together and you click on the escape room key, and then the window will pop up. And over there, it's written that if you are successful, then it's written, congratulations, you escape, you successfully passed the escape room. All right, then. So I just give you the link very fast so that you can jump here. So I just send you the link and I give you all 2 minutes so that you also can open the link. So Rupesh, I would really like you to be a volunteer and accept this challenge. Are you?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so I just posted the link over there. So I just stop my screen and you just activate your screen, and we just see how well you are escaping those rooms.
Okay, let's all do together. So I'm gonna do together with you guys. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
Able to see my screen?
Yes, Rupesh. So welcome to Tableau Escape Room. So you will get 4 dashboards, and also you will use the parameters, filters, some tooltips, and other Tableau features to question some to answer out some questions. And once you answer out the questions, you will get a secret password. So you guys just note it down, the password. So let me give you a tip that all passwords are in capital letters. And if you need any help, you just find a light bulb icon, hover for some tooltips on completing that room. So I think that in the Europe edition, there won't be any light bulb, but that's how the challenge works. And once you get all the password, you just come back and you put all the passwords over here. You can see. the password number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you just click on the doors upon which is there on the right hand side of the word escape, and we hope that you will escape. So, all right, Rupesh, are you ready?
Yeah, so everyone, if you want to follow along with me as well, you can. But then, yeah, this is how we do the game. So now we are, I mean, I'm in Europe at least, so Android as well. So it shows it. You have other countries like you have America, you have Africa.
So we are at the Europe
Just choose the
edition.
second one here. That's Europe, and then the others are other parts of the world. So yeah, just choose only that, and then we go into the Europe edition of Tableau. You should see here Europe EU escape room. Okay, so what do you want to do here? We first welcome by the Europe version of Tableau escape room, and then there will be four next screens that are 4 different rooms, for example, and there are parameters like filters, tooltips, and you will see many more fun features that are coming up. So once you successfully answer these questions, you will receive a secret password. So once you have these passwords, like our hints, you have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will escape the room. That's kind of the idea. So to get this password, we need to finish some kind of challenges. So to do that, we need to start. So let's enter the room. You see the enter room button over there, like the door. We just click on it. So now we're in the first room. And there's a set of questions on your right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And each question you will see a display over here that says the answer, or if you're heading in the right direction. You have to have all correct answers to go into the next room, otherwise you don't go there. So let's start. Is everyone following along? I don't hear anyone, but yeah, I think you're all on mute, so I assume just you can put in the chat if you are able to follow me.
Yep.
Okay,
Got it.
Pierce, Abby,
Yeah.
Robin, I'm sorry.
Robin, you can unmute yourself if you have any doubts.
Okay, nice. So let's go. I think most of them are okay for now. So what was the total sales in central region for 2018? So for that, we need to understand sales and central region. So I'm going to go here to 2018. And I know that they ask you for central regions, so regions, central. And I want to know total sales. So 500,970 and 597,899. I'm gonna see the answer over there. So that's the correct answer. So it says keep going. So I think it's a good direction. So what was the average discount for Netherlands in 2016? So again, go here. It's pretty straightforward. I need to first reset the filter. Sorry, guys. When I have to do every time, I need to reset all the filters. So I make sure that I don't destroy it. So we're back to first how it looked. So what was the average discount for Netherlands in 2016?
Right.
So we go to 2016.
Right, there's someone who didn't get it, like, totally. Robin, if you can explain, like, a bit, whatever he's having a problem with.
What's the question, Yash?
There is someone who's, Robin has texted on the chat box that he doesn't understand it. So, can you help him with that?
So with writing or by saying over here?
No. Anyway, like, Robin, you can unmute yourself and ask whatever you're having problems with.
I try to follow, but I don't get how I'm coming on that.
Okay, so
side.
I'm going to send you the link. Do you have the link now?
No, I'm already at the site from Can You Escape, but the other one where I see the numbers.
The second one?
Yes, this one. How can I get there?
Okay, you have here the Europe. You click on this map. And then you will enter the room.
Okay.
If you click on it, for example, I'm already on the European version of the escape game. Do you see it?
There, this is the problem, I think. This doesn't.
And then once you're here, you need to click this to enter the room. That's when you will be in this room where I'm at.
Okay, I am now.
So okay, perfect. So I think, are you in the room? You can join if you want. I wait for you a bit.
I'm in, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
So we got the first answer. So we got the second one. what was the average discount for Netherlands in 2016? So I remove all my filters to begin again. So I'm gonna go here, 2016, and I'm looking for Netherlands, right? So where is Netherlands? I think normally it should be somewhere. It's in Australia, Netherlands. Oh, I'm so far away.
It's left of Germany.
So that is okay, I see it over there. So now we're looking for the average discount. So I see on my screen it's 21.8%. Are you able to see it on the right? So that's what I see. That's the average discount Netherlands, and I chose the filter as 2016. So it should be 21.8. So let's check that. I think it's an excellent progress. I think we're having the right direction. So what was the average discount in France for the office supply category in 2017? So again, reset my filters. Every time you guys do it, you have to reset it. If you press something, you need to undo it again, because that's how it's been designed to do. Oh, press again. Okay, now we're back again. So I'm going to look for 2017, and I'm looking for France, and here, of course. And then I'm looking for office supply. I see over here, when I maneuver there, you see that the office supply is 14.4%. So I'm gonna go there and I choose 14.4. What was the total profits for Finland all year long? So I'm going to remove all my filter again. So it doesn't ask you specific year, so it's directly Finland. So I'm going to go straight to Finland and I'm going to see the total profits. Click over there. And do you see the profit over there? Once you click, you see the profit. So 3,986 euros. So 3,906. And I have my first clue to open the door. So I'm gonna, it's all capital letters. So I'm gonna write it down in a piece of paper over here.
Congratulations, Rupesh, for your first
Amazing.
key.
I knew I was good at gaming. Now this is another level.
I mean, is it different for like everyone, or it's the same?
No, it's for everyone, it's the same.
Okay, so at least now you have the answer. You don't have to work out everyone. In case you didn't follow, you have answers. Copy to me. Now is the time. So we go to the next room. So I think we are good here.
Maybe how about for the next one, everyone that gives the answers in the chat box.
Should we do it that way? Should we wait? Okay, guys, so I want one of you to answer the question for the first one. So I'm waiting for my chat.
I mean, it's a good way to,
yeah, for sure.
how
Otherwise,
the data works.
I mean, yeah, and I'm sure I will read it and do it. And
Before
Robin,
we visualize data,
maybe, do you want to try, Robin, the second one?
yeah, for the starters, before we visualize data, the best way is to, understand the data. So it's a good way to learn about that.
Since Robin was having some difficulty, we will make him do it, so he will be very happy then.
Okay. So where do I get like a hint? Where do I get the south region? Down there at the left, yes?
Yeah, every time you use a filter, you have to be careful. So if you want to explain how you do it as well, you don't have to share a screen, but tell me how to do it, and then we get to the answer. We see it's correct or wrong.
Okay, so can you click on the south
In
part?
here?
Yeah, but the southest.
Okay.
Yeah, on the south. Okay.
Yeah, I clicked.
I would click. Yeah. Okay. So now we can see they ask in 2050.
Yes.
And we got March, July, and November of 50. So, and we got a number over there, 1,000. Yeah, I think it was 1.019. It's the lowest point.
Should I help you with maybe what year are we looking at? Because right now you told me just click here, so I clicked here.
Yeah, and I'm looking down at the numbers where
here, right? 1019. Yes. Yeah, but there is like a filter here. You see?
Year. Okay. Click on all. 2050.
Okay, we are good in the direction. So now we did the
All
first
right.
part. We chose the year, we chose the region. What are we looking for next?
The binder sales.
Do you see it?
Okay, I have to look what means binder.
No,
So-
it's on like it's on one of these filters. Do you see it?
Ah, binders. Ah, yeah, of course. But all right, just a moment. Just a moment. Ah, Bindemittel. All right. So now I think you're able to click on the blinders.
Yes.
So we got our answer, 3,775, which you press. Yeah. This is that one.
And yeah, it's a good one. Amazing.
All right, all right, all
You
right.
became expert already.
Super
What was
Robin.
the highest total for accessories for a given month? Okay.
So now
For
we
a given
reset all the
month.
filters. Every time we do it, we have to remove everything again. So then we reset the filters.
Now I think you have to press first of all at the accessories. The first one.
Over here, the year,
No. Just click.
accessories. Yeah.
Yes. And now at the highest peak in July 18, we see 11.368. So that's our highest number.
Oh, you've become very expert at this already. Huh? Excellent
All right,
progress.
right.
Go to
So
the next.
2080, so we know what to do. We select the year. Yeah. How much profit did the fifth least profitable categories contribute? The fifth least profitable. Okay. So I think we see this charts
Yep.
where we see all the accessories, appliance, blah blah.
Yeah.
And they got a scale. So we
Yeah.
search now for the 5 largest scales and
Mhm.
just make a addition.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I will make it a bit easier for you because here we see this is sales. These are all the categories, and here is all the profits. So they asked you the 5 least profits.
Ah, profitable.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so like there.
Yeah,
So we got
so-
first of all copiers.
So
After
I'm gonna
that,
click on this filter to make it easier. So now I see it's
all
more,
right.
this is least. So we
Okay,
need now the last 5 categories. So I'm going to do multiple selection. 1, 2, 3.
least, so the
Yeah.
lowest. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Zack, and the fifth one.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah.
All right, and this we, yeah. There. Okay, profit
So
11,572. So that's the answer. No.
no, I need 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rupesh, if
There's a
asking
one
the
right
least
there.
5, so you have to include the loss also.
Yeah, there's
Ah,
one.
okay. Yeah. Also, I need to include the
And
loss.
stop.
And
And the highest one, just
Yeah, the
exclude.
top one.
The top one
No,
is
no, not this. The chairs. Exclude the chairs. Yes, now we have 5.
So
And
now we
the
have
answer is
answer.
1,000. Yeah. All right.
Perfect. So everyone is on the same page now.
All right. And the last one in the North region during how many subcategories were not profitable? All right. So we select the North region.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we select 2016. Now, okay, you already ordered the categorize the profit. And now how many subcategories were not profitable? 2, like
Right.
tables and furnishing. So we select these 2. Yeah, okay.
And beautiful.
amazing, very beautiful.
Oh.
The code is beautiful.
All right, that's
So we
our
write the
answer.
second key we have. So before we have, then yeah, let's write the word down, one of you. Okay, so now we have the answer. So we go to the next room. Who would like to try next? Robin did an amazing job. You became expert at escape.
Yeah, I'm
game with
expert
Tableau.
already, so don't want to steal the show.
Pierre, do you want to try? if anyone wants to volunteer, feel free. If not, we will have someone else, maybe. Amy, would you like to try?
Abhilash, would you like to try?
Yes, I would like to try.
All right, go on.
The first one, there it is.
Abhilash, before going the question, can you tell me what kind of graph it is?
It's horizontal bar graph, stack horizontal bar graph.
Well, not exactly, but somehow you are close to the right answer. Can you do another guess?
No, I don't think it is stacked.
That's correct. It's not a stacked.
Stacked. No, no.
Okay, so the right answer, it is a bullet graphs. So
Okay.
which has some threshold. So you can see a black small lines for every bars. So that's a threshold. So whenever you make some kind of like monthly targets and all the stuffs in your visualization, you probably use these kind of graphs over there.
With the sales target of 25% increase, how many subcategories are missing the targets?
Yeah, what
So
would you like me to do?
target to 25%.
Okay.
And how many targets? Do I have some legends saying what?
Yeah, it
Missing
says
target.
how many subcategories are missing their targets. So do you see the red color? What does it represent?
I want to know that what the red color is representing, and red color.
It means not profit for sure. Or maybe they're missing the category of, or maybe they're missing the targets. This is how you read the graph, right? Like all these, they all have similar colors. If red color, they're probably not making money.
Yeah, they are.
So
I guess
how many subcategories are missing their targets?
4, 5, 6, 7.
7? Okay. And what's the next question? In the central region, with a sale target of 20% increase, how many subcategories are not making their targets? So what do we do now?
Which region? Central region.
Then?
How many not making? So I have to count it again.
Yeah,
1,
but you have to read the first part again, like center with sales target of.
in the central region with the sales target of 20% increase.
Yeah. So do you want me to do anything, or it's good like this?
Yeah, I have to change the target to 20%,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
the region to central.
Yeah, perfect. So now what do we see? How many are not making the targets?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, we choose 6. It's correct. And then we go to the next.
With the sales target of 15% in the north region, what is the difference between the actual and the target for furnishing?
Yeah, so it's a
now
bit tricky one. So let's see if you can figure it.
And now I first have to change to north region.
Okay, perfect.
Then I have to reduce it to 15%.
Perfect.
Then what it is?
Then what are we looking at?
Actual versus target for furnishing.
Yeah.
Where is furnishing?
Do you see furnishing?
Yeah.
So what do you see?
Difference is 1 second. Our difference is 2020 euros, I guess. That's
yeah, exactly. because this line, it represents the difference in the center. So it's 2020 euros, perfect. And next one, the last question.
10% sales target.
Mhm.
What is the difference for share across all regions?
So what do we
First one
do?
have to put all,
Okay, perfect,
then reduce it to 10%.
perfect. Then we're looking for,
Difference in shares, 1355 euros.
perfect. So that's, so that is another
Very good,
keyword as
Abhilash.
well.
Good one, Abhilash.
Yeah, very good. You did it super fast and you were very good at it. So
Rupesh,
now we go.
I think that the rest of the 2 rooms you can do by yourself. So because time is also a big constraint for us.
Yeah. So if what happens in the end is that you go into the last room and then you finish it and you put the password and then you escape the room. So that's basically the end of our session. And everyone, thank you for participating and staying until the end. I know we started with a lot of people, now it's not that many, but I'm sure everyone got stuff to do as well. So yeah, as long as you had a good experience learning, feel free to yeah, I think Rohit, you have some slide to share. Any feedbacks to give for our session, how it went today? We would also share you a link, and if you would like to share experiences on how we did today and what was your learning path and whatever you would like, you can connect with us. And yeah, and then good luck to your challenge. We have already shared with you the details. The data set has been released. So soon you should be able to do your own analysis on the visualization using Tableau and use the power of all the charts. And yeah, so the best person, whoever wins, you have a very good prize waiting for you. We have expert data visualization, yeah, the visionaries who's going to judge you, and you will also get a personal feedback. So don't miss this opportunity.
Thank you, Rupesh, for this wonderful volunteer for this Tableau escape room. I hope that everybody really enjoyed. The rest of the rooms, I mean, like, guys, I will request you that I do it please by yourself. It's going to be fun because we have time constraint. Okay, so the last session, I don't think that we need any kind of break at this point of time. So I quickly jump to our last session. That is the feedback form. So I send you the feedback form once again in the chat, and I will explain it quickly once again. So Yash, please confirm, can you see the screen?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the Tableau feedback. So you can put today's date, you can put your university if it's there. If it's not there, you can write on the text. You can select our names. So we are Rohit, Rupesh, and Yash. And just write your area of studies. If not, then if you're working, then you just write your area of working. You just rate us and provide the feedback about the content. Again, you rate a couple of questions on the basis of a couple of questions, and then just put how much relevant the Tableau is with regarding your work or your studies and your overall events, and then submit it, and we will get our all the records to the Tableau academic program guys, and they will evaluate our performance. So that's all from our side. That's the end of this session. So Yash,
Yeah.
what do you?
So guys, we have had like 3 sessions already with Tableau Student Wizard Challenge. The only one thing that coming up is 28th submission deadline. It's coming up fast, less than 2 weeks to go now. So it's 7th already. So you've got a weekend coming up, and so it's a good time to start working. And 20th is the submission deadline, and comes 26th. So that will be the feedback session by our 3 judges. So I probably know the judges by now. And moving on, I think you can connect with us on LinkedIn, and we had great fun presenting for you in front of all of you. I hope you have had a good learning session. And if you have any questions from us, you can go ahead. We are in the meet for next 4 or 5 minutes. And all the best for your exams, Robin. I think you're gonna kill it there as well, just like you did it at escape room. And
Thank you.
super work, guys. So yeah, thanks to Rohit as well. Thanks to Rupesh. And
Thanks everyone.
that's all
Otherwise,
from my
yeah.
side.
Thank you everyone for joining this for
And
this event.
also I'll be sharing the student Vizard challenge links as I promised. So just a sec. Yeah, so this is the submission form link that I have shared. Yeah, so this is a submission form link and also the link to our splash pages. You can go and access every sort of information is available there. And if you have any queries, connect with us on LinkedIn and hit us up anytime. So thanks guys. Have a good rest of your days, nights. Bye-bye.
Bye bye guys.
See you. Bye bye everyone.
See you on 26th.